All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Gen X podcast. Got my boys Troy and Sean here with us today. We're going to be talking about AI and the fundamental changes of history that it may or may not have. Talking about, will it replace music artists? Will it replace regular artists? Will it replace healthcare? Will it replace code developers? Will it replace driving? We've got a nurse here, we've got an IT guy here, and we've got Sean here who may do some things. I'll toss it over.
No promises. No promises.
I'll toss it over. I'll toss it over to Troy. I'll toss it over to Troy. Do you think AI is coming for healthcare? What do you think, Troy?
Yeah, I think AI is coming for everybody, but there's already, like healthcare. I don't know how much you guys know about it or not, but it's like this. I'm on my soapbox. I apologize.
Soapbox away, brother. Do it.
Healthcare in America has turned into this giant, bloated mess. I think over the past 25 years, 100% of those administrators can and will be replaced by AI, and it could probably happen as soon as tomorrow. There's not a thing that they bring to the table that is going to improve any patient experience in any facility anywhere in this country that AI can't do and do better.
Wow. Like, you're confident in saying that?
100%. Do I think that several frontline associates also should be worried? Absolutely. If you're a radiologist and your only skill is looking at an x-ray and telling what's going on in that image, AI is going to do it faster and better and more accurately than you, and it already does. As far as like my job, yeah, I think eventually that I could be replaced by a robot as well. I just saw a video yesterday of a machine that draws your blood. You put your arm into it, it uses a couple little laser lights to find the vein, pops the needle right in there, draws your blood, and then...
Get out of here. I would love that. I would be the worst drug addict ever. You can't see any veins on my arm at all. And every nurse comes up to me and they're like, oh, I'm the ex. They always go get the 90-year-old grandma who's drawn blood her whole life. And even her, she's like, click, 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 can't find it. Dude, I'm looking forward to that robot. Let's bring it on.
It's going to put a lot of fat cats out of business.
Sean, what about you in your industry? I don't know if you see anything directly related to your job, but I know you're a big music guy. Maybe we could talk about that a little bit. Do you think that AI music is at a point to where it could replace your Floyds, your Stones, your Princes, massively big artists from back in the day?
So, and just talking in the music aspect, I think it could help artists. I don't necessarily believe it's going to replace artists, because there's something that comes with the soul of a song or soul of music that I just don't think a computer can touch that will influence people. Now, as far as jobs, I've actually started thinking for my son, we need to look at what your career path is going to be. He's 14. And if you're going down a certain career path, it's going to be gone. You know, I was watching something the other day, and it was talking about that there's 7 million truck drivers in the United States. In 10 years, 90% of those won't be around anymore because they'll be self-driving trucks. And that's 6.3 million jobs that are now hitting the market for people that have experience in driving trucks. It's also going to influence, I was watching another thing about customer service and call centers, where you could go to the Philippines and you can get a call center of 300 people and pay them X amount of dollars. Now you can do this with AI, and it's a lot clearer, a lot crisper, and it's a lot cheaper. A lot of the different jobs that are available are going to go away. This is going to include all different industries over time. So you need to find something that's going to be totally that's a one-on-one person dependent, whether it's something that, they're not going to be on the radar for a while, whether it's plumbing or whether it's HVAC, whether it's doing something with your hands that computers can't quite do yet or robots can't quite do yet, because we're going to be replaced. I look at things, I've got, maybe 10 to 15 years max in the workforce left. How can I shield myself before it's time for me to retire, before I'm out the door? Because when you get in your 50s, you're not going to get a job a lot of times right away. All these horror stories of people putting in for hundreds, if not thousands of jobs because they want to get somebody that has maybe more technically savvy who's only going to be replaced by AI in the future. So, you really need to start taking a hard look at, especially for your children, what's going to be something that's going to have a career path that's going to run 30 to 40 years before it's taken over. And before we start having, and I hate to say this, standardized wages that everyone's going to get a paycheck somewhere because AI is going to take over so much.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to pivot into. So I'm part of a very, very early adopter of AI music, and I'm not going to, unless I want to sponsor us, I'm not going to mention what company I pay for. And it's interesting to me how many songs I can generate. I mean, I can generate 4 songs at a time just indefinitely by clicking a button. And I had this thought, like listening to the song, and I'm like, that's not good. That's not good. Maybe that's not good. And each time I start deleting these songs, I'm like, I just deleted a fully written musical song with lyrics that no one will ever hear ever. And I feel like God's hand just click, click, click. No one will ever hear that song ever again once I delete it. I do agree with you, Sean. I think there's a certain soul aspect to humans. I don't know if AI will ever replace music, although, I'm talking from 2025. Who knows what it's going to be in 5 years? AI music alone has vastly improved in just the last year alone. I do like what you said. Maybe these things can supplement things, even maybe what Troy's saying. Maybe AI can help supplement radiologists or other people in the healthcare field. I do think it's going to compress having a team of people, maybe down to one human and a cluster of AI computers. For me, with code development, I think code developers will use AI as a tool to help improve, but I think AI will take a team of 10 developers down to one, and then have the AI, supplement all the 9 other coders that don't need to be there anymore. So, and back to what you lastly said, Elon Musk, I like a lot of what he says, but he is a big proponent of UBI, universal basic income. And when you look at how the technology boom happened, there were always new jobs being created that you could pivot to so long as you're willing to upskill. But what scares me about AI is I don't know where to pivot to at this point. Even what you're saying, Sean, my son's come to me. My middle son wants to be a lawyer, for example. And I'm like,
yeah,
are lawyers going to be around by the time he graduates law school? I don't know. It may be one of these things where you've got, instead of paralegals, you've got AI and a team of 2 lawyers now, instead of like a whole law firm that just can comb through precedents and law, at the speed of light to go argue. And there may be a time in our lifetime where we get jury duty, and you may get to choose, I want an AI jury or a peer jury duty. I think we've talked about this before. So I don't know how to advise my kids because I don't know what AI is going to replace. And I don't know what extra jobs it's going to create that people can upskill and potentially move into. So do you guys think we're headed towards a universal basic income where they just pay us to not die? What do you guys think?
The problem is it's happening so fast, and it's not super predictable as to what's coming up next. So we don't really know how to respond to it, and there's no governance of it.
Not only is there no governance, but I don't think any governance is possible because you are going to have to rely on competing countries to adhere to governance that may hinder their AI progress, which will never happen.
The one thing that you've said that kind of resonates again and again is there's the human aspect. That's the one thing AI will never truly have. In Troy's field, if someone's in the hospital and maybe their family's not around or they're not doing well. My aunt was a head nurse for a long time. A lot of times she was the last person to be with the person because their family wasn't there. AI can't be there for that time. You need someone there. You need that human touch. You need that person that's going to speak with you.
I disagree with both of you guys. If I'm ever in a hospital, almost in comatose state from some accident, and my choice is Nurse Troy coming in to help me out, or AI robot Christina Aguilera nurse coming to help me out, I'm picking the robot all day long. So both you guys die.
Jesus. Troy would have brought you bourbon. Troy would have brought you bourbon. Come on, man.
Okay, last question. It's 2035. You're in your brand new automatic driving AI car, driving down the road. You're in the back seat. The car is doing its thing. There's not even a steering wheel anymore at this point. No brake pedal, no gas pedal. The car is doing all the automation. You're drinking in the back seat because you don't have to worry about being drunk in the car. And that's what 90% of the world's cars are at this point. You're coming down the road. There's a big storm. It's raining. There's a big cliff to the side with a nice guardrail keeping you safe. You're coming at opposing cars. Something happens. A tire blows in one of the cars. The car starts going all over the place. You've got 5 people in your car, 2 people in that car, and AI's got to make a quick decision. Someone's got to die here. Who's it going to be? And it chooses, well, there's 4 people in this car and 2 in this one, so it decides to drive that one off the cliff and kill those 2 people, thinking, the least amount of humans died. Are you willing to put those decisions in AI's hand instead of just fighting to the end?
That wouldn't AI just choose to break.
Well, listen, this is a hypothetical, Troy, okay? Just bear with me, all right? Jeez. All right, that's it for this topic. Thank you guys for joining us. Did we miss anything? Do you have any AI stories, any AI worries? Are we wrong? Do you think AI is going to invoke more jobs for Gen Z? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe. We post videos every week. See you guys next week.
Cheers.